Ba-dum, da-dum. Alright, we should be live. Twitch? I am aware, Twitch, that I have set my channel to be for a mature audience. But Twitch, when I'm logging into my own channel, I think I'm already aware of that. My word. So, hi. It's been a while. I can only apologize for that. Last week I needed a night off. I just straight up needed the night off because I was exhausted. I wasn't thinking straight, so I just, you know what? I'm just gonna... Hey, Darth! That's good. Wait, what? Darth? Hey, Ori. Can you both tell me, can you hear the game? Never mind. Think I fixed it. How about now? Yeah, okay. The game insists upon the stream software demands near max audio as it does for everything else. Okay. Hey. Anyway, yeah. Last Monday I just needed the week off. Yesterday, when I was planning on returning to Twitch, they decided that that FF14 was going to be on server maintenance for the entire day. So, that was also not happening. So, the plan for today, if we can get through them all, if not, then one of these will be done next week. We are going to do the Lancer and Dragoon quest up till the Realm Reborn. We're going to do the Ninja quest up to Realm Reborn, and if we have time after that, we will do Black Mage. If we do not, we will do Black Mage next week and then resume the plot. I'm honestly surprised with how little I reacted to the final match of Mania. Alright, here we are. That's the wrong thing. That's very much the wrong thing. We're not touching that. Welcome to the Lancers Guild, adventurer. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. Do you seek membership with us? Very well, I shall provide you with an insight into the history of our guild. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in the Twellswood, the weapon has been a mainstay of the locals here since the founding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place for spearmasters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of the Wood Dwellers. And it was here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles come into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. That spear technique could be formalized all owned much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by the Wood Dwellers Captain Misstyle nigh on the century past. Rejection of the technicians from without as well as within Gridania's borders persist to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive, but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this is a brief history of the guild has helped settle any doubt of your mind. And the guild is always eager to welcome you into initiates. If you are will to enlist, speak with me again and we can begin the enrollment procedures. See, I don't watch Raw, so anything that happened on Raw I just don't have a clue about nor care about. Well then, you have made your mind to join the Lancers Guild? Yay! Excellent, I shall let you, the guild master you in know to expect you. All who seek admittance to our ranks must present themselves before him. He will judge if you are fit to become one of us. Pray make your way to the training area within. Our guildmaster awaits you there. Hello! Well met, adventurer. I understand you wish to learn Lancer's art under our roof. I see you have some combat experience, yet it remains to be seen if such skills as you have acquired will avail you here. But no matter, in my capacity as guildmaster, I shall gather your training. Begin with the very basics, the principle of our art. There exist myriad fighting styles, each of which has its own unique qualities. None, however, can claim to be as offensively minded as ours. Our approach is ever one of attack, no matter who or what we face. An experienced lancer is able to wield a polearm as if it were an extension of his body. He transforms into a raging storm before his foes, delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes. To facilitate such a relentless assault, we lancers form gold plate, favouring armour of leather and chain. Such materials as provide adequate protection without unduly hindering movement. A lancer's worth may be measured quite simply in how swiftly and decisively he can pierce his enemy's defences. By his nature, the polearm is a simple weapon to wield. For good or ill, even in a farmer's hands, it is capable of wreaking considerable havoc. Thus has it been a mainstay of every great armour ever since ancient times. Yet know that a lance alone does not make a lancer make. Faced with unfavourable odds, an unseasoned spearman will break blah blah. Needless to say, doing so requires no small effort or amount of courage, and that is why our guild has striven from the first to install this essential quality in every soul who passes through our halls. Arduous trials await you. I forgot to put you in a chat. It's very silly of you, Sam. Well said, adventurer. I see no reason to deny you a place within our ranks. Ah, but I neglect to introduce myself. I'm your Win, master of this guild. Pleasantly duly exchanged, I shall add to your hunting log the names of the creatures against such a land should own their skills. In celebration of the occasion, I hereby present you with your very own spear. Arm yourself with it and speak to me once more. Why do you imagine that the end of this plot is like a different child? You can fly? No, just jump. I don't know why you expect jumping with the Lancer Guild, Ori. None at all. I have no idea why you expect much jumping. So you were able to discern one end of the spear from another. Good. You are doubtless eager to put your new weapon to the test. Which is this, well, for I too have a test of mind, or rather, a trial. In order to develop an affinity with your weapon and learn to gauge such things at a distance, you are to go forth and pit yourself against the creatures that roam outside the city. The squirrels, ladybugs, and fungi should provide you with suitable challenge. Put down, let's say, 3 of each, and then report back to me. I mean, it's just... It isn't like the Druids are famous for space or all the jumps. No, not famous. Not at all. Anyway, as already predicted, we need to kill more squirrels. And ladybugs. Believe it or not, not all storylines start this way. Granted, they're all post-Realm Reborn, but still. Oh god, I already miss AoE. Neat. It's just the... Yeah. And Lance was killed. So, how have you both been the last couple of weeks? Well, that's good. So you're back. I trust you learned something of the essence of our art. A lancer learns best when he is doing, each thrust making him stronger. Such things as strategy and technique will come in time. And never forget courage. Without it, you cannot hope to realize your potential. Your look betrays no hint of doubt. That is well. It is clear you see the truth in my words. That will be all for present. Now take up your weapon, sally forth, and cut a path for yourself. When next we meet, I hope to see you stronger for your time in the world. Salpamare stronger. Ah, you have returned. I take it from your presence that you have gained a measure of familiarity with the weapon. Good. You're ready to begin the next phase of your training. You recall my telling you that it takes no small amount of courage to be a lancer. Now, in general terms, courage is the strength to do something which one finds unnerving. However, a lancer's notion of courage is not so simple. Having first drawn a distinction between courage and recklessness, he then divides the former into two aspects. I would have you learn each with spear in hand. The first is composure. When outnumbered in battle, a lancer may lose his composure and succumb to panic. Should this happen, all his training will swiftly flee his mind, and he will struggle to overcome opponents, whom he would orderly best with ease. He will, in short, continue to contribute to his own defeat. If you wish to become a lancer in sooth, you must learn to maintain your composure at all times. Do this, and you will be able to call upon every ounce of your strength and skill when it matters most. And so to your first task. The riverbanks of Central Charlotte are home to Velkin, known as Yarzons, fiercely territorial. The creatures will attack anyone who stays too close, making them the bane of fisherfolk. They typically fawn en masse, barrage all avenues of escape before closing in for the kill. You must go through the mind of their victim in that instant. Panic, despair. Be sure to tell me upon your return. Needless to say, I would have you brave such an encounter. Take this sack of decidedly noisome bait and use it to lure some ravenous creatures out of their nest. Maybe the only one curious yaws that appears. We'll have 2 or 3 follow the scent. Let us see how you are fare then. Go now, my young lancer, and learn what it means to fight with composure. Not gonna lie, by the way, from the Realm Reborn and the Heavensward, the Realm Reborn Lancer and Dragoon plot aren't amongst my favorites. Just as a heads up. But there's a central character we need meeting one of them, so kinda should get this one out the way. Well, you're prepared for the cold. Like that one. Welcome back, Relina. And well done. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of strength or skill with the spear will avail the Lancer who lacks composure. You are now ready to learn the second part of a Lancer's courage. Resolve. When faced with a terrible foe, a Lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he will become defensive and in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely, his capacity to attack. A Lancer who fears to attack is not but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick for all the good it will do him. It is not, and will never be, a shield. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you do this to the Central Sheld, to an aerial journey in the abandoned dungeon known as Spirithold. This is a calamity that, neck of the Twelvewood, has become a veritable menagerie of fearsome fauna. There you will find 3 collapsed pillars, which have become haunt for fell creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiend can you expect to encounter? To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my young Lancer. I will say this. If you face those foes with the Lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Once you have completed my trial, pray turn to Julian in the entrance hall. She has grasped 2 aspects of courage, albeit some trouble through, though I doubt you will encounter similar difficulties. Her struggle has furnished her with certain insights, which I think you would benefit from hearing. A Lancer learns when he is doing, aye, but the wisdom of his seniors is not entirely without worth. Go now, Relina. I bid and do as I bid you. I get tired now, Sam. I've only been going 20 minutes. I will say, despite my opinion of the final match of Mania, I always think this was a really good WrestleMania. Oh yeah, no, I'm very glad I was able to see that one live. I've been expecting you, Relina. By your return, I trust you understand the importance of resolve. Like one's flesh, courage can be made strong. It is my art training each of its aspects. Now, the endeavor may prove difficult at the beginning. Gods know how much I struggled. You may suffer untold humiliation and more frustration than you can bear, but you must persevere. Whenever you engage an opponent, whether in training or in earnest, make a conscious effort to fight with composure and resolve. Over time, doing so will become second nature, and you will acquire such courage that you have never thought could be yours. Mind you, not all battles entail a physical clash of might. It could be simple, simply be a disagreement born of a conflict in ideology. Did I make any sense? Even a little? I fear I cannot hold a candle to Guildmaster Owen. If there is all I can do to assist you in your training. What was that? Something has foot in the training area. And you call yourselves Lancers? Pathetic. You are next, Guildmaster. Arm yourself and face me. Refuse, and all will know that you are no true Lancer. Say what you will, I am above provocation. Craven to the last man. But what have we here? Wait, she is but a novice. That makes no odds to me. You yourself admitted her to your ranks, did you not? Very well. I shall withdraw for now. Yet know that only the fearless are fit to wear the mantle of a Lancer. I look forward to measuring your worth in the days to come. There is not more to see. Return to your drills. Wow. Oh crap! Our power was like a bajillion! Retreat! I'll make it look cool! That is some Reign of Terror bullshit. Relina, you have made no attempt to evade his thrust. Did your opponent so unnerve you as to disrupt you of your senses? Well, there's a little consequence now. You need pay no further heed to our uninvited guest. Least you wonder, it is not uncommon for challengers to come pondering on our door, seeking to test our mettle. For now, dedicate yourself to tempering the two aspects of courage. With composure to bring in some of your strength and skill to bear against your foes. And resolve to attack when fear would stay your hand, as befits a Lancer. When next we meet, I shall have another trial for you. One that will put your courage to the test. Until then, continue to apply yourself to the training. Farewell. Sir, I am so high above a level for him that I have a natural dodge chance of like 99%. He can't do shit to me. Ah, Relina, I saw you have gained an elm around our arms since last we spoke. But it is plain that you have not been idle. Let's see this. In a previous lesson, you have learned the Lancer's definition of courage, and how you might go about tempering its two aspects. Today, we shall find out if your efforts have been borne fruit. I shall have you prepared for battle. This as well. Your next trial will place you in the midst of a throng of enemies. In such situation, one must be attacked from any direction, making it difficult to respond appropriately. Furthermore, the likelihood of being surrounded is high. While your resolve bear the weight of uncertainty, or your composure hold when the odds are stacked against you, we shall soon find out. Should you overcome this trial, what courage you have already possessed will be further tempered. Now heed me well, for this is what you must do. I would have you travel to Naked Rock, where the Annals claim dominion. At the summit of the rock is a sacred artifact, the Stone of Courage. You must claim it and bring it to me. If you are to reach your destination, you will need to negotiate a path through the whole packs of flesh-eating Skilkin. Make no mistake, the creatures are intimidating foes. To strike into the midst of so many would ask much of any Lance's courage. But give it time and no small amount of perseverance. I am confident you will provide equal to the task. Which was this? 10. Okay. After this, there's 4 more. Onwards to the Digi-Crest of Courage! Hello there! Ma'am, your chocobo is covering the Stone of Courage. Congratulations, you have attained the false Stone of Courage. Ah, you heard me right. False. What does that say about your courage, I wonder? Ah, but where are my manners? My name is Folkwe. We have the pleasure of meeting at the Lancers Guild, if you recall. On that occasion, I turned my weapon upon you, and you betrayed not to interfere. As an instant, I sensed you were unlike the others, that you had promise. And so to the present. In its current state, the trial in which you are engaged, if trial it may be called, makes a mockery of the Lance's art. Needless to say, this cannot be tolerated. And so I have taken the liberty of moving the Stone of Courage to a more suitable location. It now resides in the depths of Spirituals under the guard of fell fiends. A more fitting challenge, as I'm sure you agree. Whether or not you attempt to retrieve the stone is up for you to decide. If you fear for your safety, I suggest you run back to the guild. And bemoan the world's fruitless of the brave many souls that cower there. Your Wayne will doubtless consider it a supremely courageous act. Yet know that Lancer may forge true courage only in the midst of great danger. This guy has not watched Digimon. Because he would know trying to force yourself into dangerous situations is not how you activate courage. All it does is turn Greymon into Skull Greymon. Have some imps. I know you're in here somewhere. Let's go, Greymon, that's cool! But no! He's trying to hit me! Oh, there it is! Oh dear, I appear to be doing this at the same time as someone actually doing this properly. I have to go down, yeah. I'll never forget that moment in Digimon Fusion. Now Greymon drops Skull Greymon. Digimon monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon monsters, Digimon are the champions. Change! So you returned. Tell me, were you able to obtain the Sword of Courage? Yea. Yes, that is indeed the stone. though it is rather worse condition than when I last saw it. What happened at Naked Rock? The Lancer who but recently threatened you moved to stole the Spirit Hold? Not content with trespass and slander, the brazen fool now meddles with our training. 7 hells, this is not to be borne. Listen well, Relita. Though I do not doubt that you know better, my duty as Guildmaster compels me to state the obvious. Heed not that man's words. That Lancer's courage can only be forged in the midst of great dangers. Valingia Stripe. As you have already learned, a Lancer's courage is a product of composure and resolve. Be under no misapprehension. Watchful navigating Anol's territory serves to temper your courage in a manner that blindly bereaves the terrors of Spirithold did not. As you may continue your training, pray keep the lesson of this trial close to your heart. Miss Bunny, would you like me to leave the pair of you alone? Ah, Relina, you come at a good time. I urgently require your help. Since scarcely a bell ago, our friend Falqui paid us another visit, seemingly intent upon reprising as the performance he gave thee on the day of your first meeting. As on the occasion, he raved till the air was thick with slanders, declaring every soul met his gaze, were more craven than the last. This time, however, not all the ears were deaf to his myriad provocations. It seems one of our younger members took offence at his words and demanded the satisfaction of the rogue. Two have since departed to duel in the East Shroud. Had I been on hand, I would have forbidden such folly and rebuked the lad for getting pride cloud his judgment. Alas, I learned of it too late, and the boy is gone. All we can do now is ensure that the hot-headed fool does not come to lasting harm. I would have departed in pursuit of the pair ere you come, but my duties keep me here. That is why I turn to you now, Relita. Pray go to the Shroud in my stead and watch over our comrade. Yeah, Miss Bunny, I believe you are trying to seduce me, and as Guildhead, I must remain you. Such activities are forbidden until late night hours. But once those late night hours commence, am I in the right East Shroud? I think I went to South Shroud. I went to South Shroud. Whoops. You were in luck that you've written that while I was still in the voice. Yeah. It would have been nice if there was some variety and he did actually win some of these things clean. Not even nice, but like very atop. Have the person he's fighting DQ themselves or something. So we meet again. You remember who I am, I trust. Who are you again? You wound me. How could you possibly forget your mentor? He who taught you the true meaning of courage. Well, here's a little consequence. Though you have forgotten the teacher, it is plain that you have not forgotten his teachings. I understand you were able to retrieve the stone of courage and Spirithold. It seems I was right about you. Ah, you have the makings of a true Lancer, unlike those charlatans at the Lancer Guild. It is well that you have come to me, for I have just the trial for you, one that will do wonders for your courage. Not interested, you say? But you have no choice. Should you refuse, well, suffice to say that I will not be able to guarantee the safety of your comrade here. When last we spoke, I told you that... I'm sorry, sir, I can't hear you. The bees behind me are making such a buzz. Needless to say that the threat posed by all my creatures is insufficient. It must needs seek out better sport. But fear not. I've taken the liberty of finding you something suitable. Take this alchemical potion and sprinkle it upon the exposed ridge yonder. Doing so will garner you the wrath of a certain creature, which you must then strike down. Hold on. I'm not even fighting anything, I'm just throwing my javelin at them. Sir? You just pissed off the forest. I cannot allow that. So you have vanquished the Triad. Well done. By striking down that frenzied creature, you have strengthened your courage. Huh? Where's your comrade? Oh, I shall. I shall complete my next trial. This will pit you against a multitude of foes. Make your way to the life men's stump in the central shroud. Once there, seek out a likely spot along the forest path to lie in wait. Man-eating wolves are wont to hunt there at this time of year, and it should not be long before a pack appears. When the beasts show themselves, you are to slay their leader, the Alpha Wolf. I shall be observing from up close, the better to offer you advice. You know, that was actually what I thought might happen if Cody was injured before Mania. Is Gunther loses the Intercontinental belt, and then in his fury is able to demand a championship match against Roman, and then completely curb stops him. But I also genuinely was expecting Cody to lose on Sunday. Oh, we're getting de-leveled. Hey, CJ. Oh, you seem to have taken a football injury. I'll be you, CJ. Oh, okay. That was hilarious. Was that legitimate? I don't actually know. Wow! That's just... Wow! You are to be congratulated, Romina. By throwing yourself into the midst of danger, you have further tempered your courage. And in the process, you have brought peace to Life End Stump, a place considered sacred by the people of Gridania. Having undertaken my trials, you must see that those who issued by the guild are not but child's play. Mine is one true path to courage. All others lead to ignominy. If you wish to become a lancer worthy of the name, I suggest you leave Yawen and his behaviour crevice to never return. For your sake, I pray you do so soon, till we meet again. I'm German. Relina with the hands on her hips, not ever going to protect and respect this guy. She was just doing her best Superman impression. Relina, thank the gods you are safe. That young fool of a Lancer returned but moments ago, and through choked tears recounted to me all that transpired. I understand the Folkway again attended the force you upon his corrupted notion of courage. I cannot say this often enough. A Lancer's strengthens his courage by tempting his composure and resolve, not by rushing headlong into danger. You were able to overcome Folkway's trials. It's true. Yet know that you did so by the virtue of true courage. That is courage born composure and resolve. You followed not before the fury of the blah blah blah. Owing to this, you weren't able to perform to the full of your potential. Which caller, mine or his? You have come far, Relina. It is past time that I taught you the piercing talon technique, one of the most vital weapons in a Lancer's arsenal. May it serve you well. Now I must need you to decide that course of action to take with regard to your self-appointed mentor. Though no lives are lost, the latest incident only serves to confirm that I have long suspected. That Volkui will cause great harm if he left to propagate his corrupted notion of courage. Persuaded to desist, though I do not know how mayhap his regard for you could be turned against him. For the time being, you will do well to put Volkui out of mind. Focus on your training, and strive to master the technique I have taught you. I look forward to our next meeting. Yeah. His looks like an actual collar for a coat that keeps your neck warm and protected. Mine? I look like a Yu-Gi-Oh character designed by someone from Square Enix. But I do like this coat. Before I do this next quest, I'm going to get myself a quick drink. Shan't be long. In the meantime, dance. Look, he's got a train, Ori. But, yes. I've been expecting you, really. You have been training hard, I trust. I will set you before your next trial. One more dangerous than any of your faced before. But I would not send an unprepared woman to her death. Before we proceed, I must needs verify your progress in mine own eyes. You'll face 3 experienced lancers in single combat. Defeat each one in succession, and you'll prove yourself fit to undertake the trial. Arm yourself and take your place in the training area. We will begin when you are ready. Oh, it's a soft-spoken Lancer! Aye. Hey, they're cheering for me! Oh, this one's feeling a little hot. Artbert? I like everything for that quest was just dancing for 80 seconds. Hey, she knows what she needs to do. Enough. Put up your lance. Well done, Relina. Impressive, Relina. Most impressive. You're ready to face the trial. Yeah, I did not exaggerate when I said it would be dangerous. Make no mistake, it is a test. This test to risk your death. Knowing this, do you still wish to proceed? Sure. You disappoint me. Back again, are you? That woman is the only soul in this pathetic excuse for guilt and knows any promise. Which is why I counseled her to leave you. Alas, she chose to remain in your house of cravens. Such a waste. This guild has outlived its purpose, and I mean to see its doors shut and barred for good. If you wish to project, I invite you to do so with lance in hand. You do not want for confidence, soul. But answer me this. What grudge do you hold against us? For what reason did you choose this path? I detest cravens who would claim their courage and like nothing better than to crush them. That is my reason. Well, this fixity of your purpose is clear. If your reasoning is not, so be it. Suffice to say, you will not have it without a fight. Oh, but do not presume that I will be your opponent. No, you must face the Lancer whom you so grandly proclaim mentorship. The one woman amongst us whose potential you consent to acknowledge. Relina shall upon us all. Huh. Do as you will, coward. It is your guild to throw away. You may even set the terms of the contest. Very well. Relina here is to undertake a trial. I challenge you to compete. You are able to trial to each shall and prove your courage before the Lord of the Bramble Patch. He is a giant amongst boys, unrivaled in strength and savagery, and a ruler of all his kind. You must go before this fearsome creature and take stand. Know that the Lord of the Bramble Patch will not grant an audience to just anyone. You must need present him an offering of the blood tusks of his subjects, the wild boars that inhabit his domain. Well, when you have prepared your offering, leave it upon an area of rumbled earth, drawn to the stretch of blood. The Lord of the Bramble Patch will hear. This is all. Are there any questions? No? Then let the trial commence. Well done, Rolino. You have murdered him with a practiced weapon. Someone should clean that up. Rolino's body count is unimaginable. You mean victory count, right? It's the same number, so no. That's the bunny. Anyway. East Round. Hello, piggies. Very sorry about this. Batman does not approve me of killing the pigs. I need more pigs. Big pig, prepare not for your stab. You shan't find much sport in these two. Come back another day, my friend. Well done, Relina. You have completed the trial. I trust you see the truth of my words. Hurling yourself into the midst of danger is not courage. It is folly. No, this proves nothing. I refuse to accept your... You refuse to accept weakness within you. No, Relina, leave him be. Your work here is done. Return to the guild. I shall see you presently. If only we did let the pig have some bacon. No, really, leave him be. But I wanna. This is like a martial arts movie where the rival torments our protagonists through passive aggressiveness rather than combat. Yeah, kinda. Oh, as you can see, the Easter event is fully underway. Let's swing around there before we head out for the next one. I will not lie to you. You are no good match for the Lord of the Bramble Patch. Had you betrayed any hint of fear, he would have gored you in the space of a moment and feasted on your entrails. But you stood your ground, holding fast to your composure and resolve. Thus were you able to stare terror in the face and survive unscathed. Well done, Relina. You have overcome the greatest hurdle in the quest to become a master of your own courage. You may now bring to bear the full extent of our abilities upon even the mightiest of foes. As for Folkweed, well, if there's any shred of reason left in him, he have learned the same lesson as you this day. Painful through his experience must surely have been. One can only hope that will serve to open his eyes to the truth. Go forth, Relina, and prepare yourself for further trials. I look forward to our next meeting. It is good to see you again, Relina. And stronger than when we last spoke. Plainly, you have devoted many hours to training, which is just as well, for I have the mind to set you on your next task. At the Bramble Patch, you have come to grasp the true meaning of courage. I would have you to put the courage to the first proof before 3 masters of our art. And in many years since they began their training within these walls, these men have led very different lives. Yet they share the distinction of being regarded among the finest lancers of their time. And just as once looked to their seniors for inspiration, so too shall ye look to them. By availing yourself of their wisdom, you shall take another step towards becoming a full-fledged lancer. Your first instructor is the man named Mathome. Seek him at Asamarak Spire in the East Shroud, where he serves as a frontier sentry. The long years at this point have honed Melser's perception. No detail escapes the man's piercing glaze. Present yourself before him for inspection, Relina, and do so as he bids you. Ba-da-dum. Yeah, let's swing around. So the Easter event has everyone dressing up as Tomberries. because there were some sylphs running around causing mischief. But they're scared of tomberries. Anyway, you might recognize her. This one. Marlena, how good to see you. Have you come to celebrate as well? Hatching Tide festivals have certainly evolved into a pride of peculiar attire. Even her sister once donned a rabbit suit for the occasion. Although I must say that this year's gauges are by far the most peculiar I've yet seen. Tomberries! Who would have imagined? That here is Rhea. And you want to know why I can tell it's Rhea? Because her brother's right here. I didn't expect to see you here, Marlena. It looks like quite some time since we met inside the city. When the elders he'd see her bade us partake in these festivals. Never could I have imagined it would necessitate assuming the guise of a tomberry. However, as guardian of the Twelveswood, it is my duty to support our people's endeavours. No matter how bizarre. Which leaves, they're Moogles. This was a mistake, couple. There's no room in here. Yeah, Bookie Pack, are you alright, Kupo? Bookie Pack! Bookie Pack, speak to me! Bookie Pack! Yeah, unfortunately, I can't redo seasonal events. So, just know it was a cute little fun. Oh, I have to go to East Road, right? So that'll be. We fly. Oh dear. Alright, let's get through this as quickly as we can. You must be the young Lancer I was told to expect. Greetings and well met. I am Mathanic, commander of the brave men and women of the Spire. Now let's have a look at you. Good look at you. I see. You possess strength and skill and abundance. Of this there is no doubt, but you still want for experience. Oh, you don't doubt. You've seen more, much and more. May have you believe there is not left for you to unnerve. Yet the world is wide, and one of the gods can claim to know all. You may assure that the legendary lancers of falters at times. No lancer nor any man can foresee all possibilities, but he can steel himself for the unexpected. I would have you do just that. Take this bottle of fresh spoken blood and sprinkle it at the foot of the great tree to the north. Doing so will lure out the creatures of the night which are yours to vanquish. Die! Die! Welcome back, lads, and well done. I bore witness to your battle with mine own eyes. The blood bats bewilder his prey, and with ceaseless faltering, which makes putting a spear in the base of an exercise and frustration. Frustration that may easily have given rise to panic. Yet to your credit, you fought on resolute and thus emerged the victor. So I always taught you well, young one. You may go to be sure, but beneath those rough and hewn edges, I see the makings of a great lancer. With my blessing, make your way to Busker and Arthur's and South Shroud. Right, yep, bye! Please don't be sorry, please don't be sorry, please don't be sorry, please don't be sorry. Sorry about that. Mascaroon! Well, if it isn't yours, protege. That was about time you arrived. Mascaroon. This here's my place. I guess you wonder why old Yoyan sent you. I should mention I've always been in the food and drink business. Before I opened Durthers, I manned the outpost not far from. I roll between keeping throats wet and bellies full. I ain't got a great deal of time to chat now, so if you don't mind, I'll get on with educating you. Now take this nice ball of full flour meat. Wait, don't open it. This ain't that kind of lesson. No, I want you to make an offering of Mastale's lands, which is the monument tucked away in the rocky cleft to the south of you. See the bottle spray there, completely with its contents? And when you come back, I'll tell you a story. Got that? Good. There it is. Well, that's a grave. Pig. Wait. We're doing courage. So you offered the meat as I told you. Without drinking a drop? Very well, you shall have the tale as I me as I promised. Vasily is the man who founded the Lancers Guild. From that moment I sent you to was erected in his honor. Miss Staley was courage made flesh. Godman, I dare say, that bled the stuff. It was more him who first identified two aspects of a Lancer's courage, as well as how to know to go beyond tempering them. Or all he did. Seeing how the art had gone stale, what with all our Lancers keeping to the confines of Twelveswood, he sought to bring in new techniques and methods from faraway lands. Wickerdowny was a different place in his day. The outside world was a thing to be shunned back then, and not for both Forsborn were considered faithless savages. Oh, it was even worse then than now. Of course, so Mistiel wasn't afraid to call that way of thinking what it was. A lot of ignorance and cowardice. Well, to cut a long story short, despite a force full of good old Gridanian stubbornness, he finally convinced the nation to open its doors to foreign lancers. And by blending their techniques with his own, he gave the world the art which you now practice. To this day, the Lancers Guild accepts students regardless of their origin. Now, it wouldn't have been possible had it not been for Miss Dale. His Lancers owe him a lot more. It's our charge to carry on his legacy. Never forget that. Yeah, what's that? Where's the trial? Much as I hate to disappoint you, there isn't one. Your courage was never in any doubt, lass. My part of your training is done. This time you visit your third and final instructor, a fellow named Volclaret. We'll find him wheeling away his time of bobbing cork like it's nuts, and that's the name of an inn and fall ground float, in case you don't know. Up in the North Shore it is. Lowcourt is an old wild of mine. Me and him used to go till neither man could lift his spear off to the ground. I warn you, he was a stubborn bugger back then, and the years ain't done much to improve his humour, so good luck with impressing him. See you, Buscaroon. Wait, habit. T-Rex. We're on a flying T-Rex. So, you know, chicken. Oh no. Sam, why didn't you just teleport? You know there's storms coming. How is it flying? It flaps his arms real fast. Camera zooms on the T-Rex's arms. Breaking discovery! Flying T-Rex. Not checking this time, we swear. Hello. You're to teach me. I take here the young lancer of whom ye ain't spoke, an adventurer besides. By the look of you, I was an adventurer myself once. That was before I became a lance for hire. But enough idle talk. You have come to learn from me. And learn from me you shall. Be warned though, that you will not find me as lenient on the instructor as the others. Now pay attention. Thus far, you have learned to master your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me, you'll learn to do so in the face of change. The enemy is a living thing, and everything's more apt to change. Whatever their nature of that change, the lancer must be able to think and adapt. And to think and adapt during the battle requires courage. To teach you the meaning of my words, I will you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Red Balloon. However, the creature will appear only when there is a raging flame. You will kindle such a flame by producing 6 fingers from slain balloons and deposit them at the god campfire. This should suffice to entice the Red Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn with ever greater fervor, until it is right to burst in conflagration of death. Less courage will lend strength to your lance and extinguish this fiery foe. This here be a balloon. any other balloons nearby? Did they go make them pop? So you vanquished the red balloons. No less than what I would expect of one of yawns. Your enemy altered its nature through the encounter, thereby causing the terms of battle to shift repeatedly. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm in the midst of constant change. So it was that you emerged triumphant. I'm not known for being liberal with my praise, but you have done well. Yours is a genuine courage. Mind you, this does not give you license to forsake all your training. You're still but a fledgling among us, after all. I have finished with you. You may report back to Yon, and when you do, tell that young upstart that I demand he show his face here from time to time. That is all. That went well. I'm sorry, is that some casual racism happening outside the Lancers Guild? Oh, Volker demands I show my face. I can only assume the buxom brunette at the float isn't lavishing him with the attention he craves. Very well, I shall see what I can do. As for you, Relina, well done. I never doubted you would meet with the approval of 3 men. Yeah, I'm no less proud of you having done so. You have traveled far along the Lancer's path, and soon you will no longer require my guidance. In fact, you need overcome but one further trial to complete your education. Do so and I will give you my blessing to leave the Lancers Guild and embark upon a new adventure with spear in hand. As ever, apply yourself to your lance work and return when you are ready for your final challenge. It's the final challenge. Ba-do-do-do. It is proof of might. Guildmaster, Yon would set you a final challenge. Ba-do-do-do-do. Accept. Ah, Relina, ever a sight for sore eyes. By your return, I take you are ready for the final trial. Very well, let us. Guildmaster Yon! You are wounded. What has happened? We were attacked, sir, by Dustflag Lancer. I was retrained. He was impossibly strong. A demon. He kept screaming something about teaching us true church. No, not him. Not Folkwe. We were in the northwest corner of Central Shell when it happened. I was able to get away, but the others... You must help the others. Be strong, man. I'm sorry, Relina. The trial must wait. Pray make haste to Central Shroud and help your comrades. Relina, should Folkwe force your hand. Do what must be done. 12 speed you on your way. But before I go back to Central Shroud, I need to check something. How long is the storm lasting? Why can't I check that? Oh. That is such a silly thing to block. Okay. Hey guys, why don't we do a little, just something in the meantime. Wait for that to pass and all that. Is there any I haven't done though? At least that'd be interesting to talk about. No. Oh. Oh. I have a new friend. It's a little leaf man. Who is totally not a human transformed into a hedge by fairies. I wonder. Okay. Okay, I can just turn it off. I can just turn it off. Need to remember to put that back on later. But I can just turn it off. Help! For the love of 12, help me! Oh, that turns off all sound. Sorry, guys. I owe you my life, friend. Another breath and I would have become worm fodder. But thus like Lancer unleashed the fiends upon us, claiming it would temper our courage. You should have seen the look in his eyes when he said it. Mad bastard. Where is he now? I think he headed off towards the North Shroud, where maybe in the direction of Falgard Float. I can't say for sure. I was concentrating on the... If it's a reckoning you seek, you are likely to be disappointed. Those of us who managed to outrun the worms have already alerted the whalers. I dare say the Duskrai is being held at a spear point as we speak, begging for his worthless life in a puddle of his own piss. Serves the bastard right and all. Okay. Before I put the sound effects back on, I want to see if the storm is in North Shroud. If it is not, then I will happily put it back on. It is not, okay. Snosuke fighting dinosaurs. I sleep. Relena fighting dinosaurs. Shit is real. I mean, Relena's used to fighting dinosaurs. Test your might. What kept you? Helping your comrades, you'd say? Fool. You waste your pity on false friends. It's only a matter of time before they betray you. Just like those wretches who saw me imprisoned and exiled. I was once a upright citizen of Gridania, and a man of the Lancers Guild. Their life was not easy. For want of coin to obtain the barest necessities, I conspired with my closest comrades to steal from the guild's coffers. The theft soon came to light, and though there was no suspects, it's clear the deed had been perpetrated by someone within their ranks. The air of suspicion hung heavily across the guild from that day forth. Until at last, unable to bail out of the guild, I convinced my comrades to join me in confessing. Only for them to bite their craven tongues until after I stepped forward and admitted my part in the crime. And so it was that I alone took the blame. Of course it was the Duskrai, everyone said. Was there any doubt? It all made sense. Despite my heartfelt pleas, my so-called friends denied any involvement. Instead, they called me vulgar names that I do not care to repeat. Can you imagine my shock and anguish for their betrayal? Would I have the strength to force the truth out of those traitors? Would I have the courage to escape my dungeon cell, if it meant taking some helpless guard's life? Driven by vengeance, no small amount of self-loathing, I resolved to forge my courage in you. I strode into the lairs of ravenous fiends so drenched in blood. I pulled their helpless offspring to the spear, that I would face my unbridled fury of their kin. For my efforts, I require the ultimate courage. A courage forged amongst the dangers and tempered by regret. I fear nothing. I am the greatest lancer who has ever lived. Sure thing, fam. Soul Lancers. By defeating you, I will prove my courage. This guy has not paid to it a single piece of attention to anything that's been going on. Impossible! My courage is absolute! No, come no closer. Oh dear. If he was only a few levels higher, he would know how to survive a fall that high. Oh well. So anyway, if you listen closely, you can hear him at the spines of the pit. The spikes of the pit immediately below. Are they gem encrusted spikes? That is an important question. So Folkway is no more. His was a tragic tale. A one that might have been so different, had fate not dealt him such a cruel hand. You could have commanded a place of honour within these halls. But it avails us not to dwell upon what might have been. It is enough that you are still with us, Relina. Lest you wonder about your final trial, there will be none. I've seen all I need to see. You have proven you're beyond a shadow of doubt that yours is a genuine courage. In recognition of this, I shall pass to you the secrets of Lance Charge, one of the most potent abilities in our arsenal. You are a Lancer in your own right now. There is not more that I could teach you. From here onwards, it is up to you to seek out such challenges as well, make you grow. Like attracts like, and the strong are drawn to the strength. Just as I once knew for certainty that I was destined to face the Lord of the Bramble Patch, so too will you find, or be found by, an adversary of equal worth. None can say what fate will bring, but armed with your courage, there is naught you need fear. Keep close to your heart the lessons you have learned. Here, go forth and blaze in your trial with spear in hand. Well, this is nice and all. And there we go. That was Lancer. As I said, I'm not as big a fan of the Dragoon plotline. As Ishgard war with Dragon Canyon rages, one individual was chosen each generation to become the Azure Dragoon, leading the Holy Sea's charge against the Horde. Yet for reasons I explained, I chooses to rouse for a second individual. You. Me? That's odd. I can't do it from inside the guild. Oh, that is so silly. Or dare say you might just be the right woman for the job. The guild has urgent need of your capable lance for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out if you will. I have received word from this guardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I would have you go and provide that aid. As you already know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional dragoon on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honour her obligations to her allies. It's only fair that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To that end, we offer to dispatch a contingent of woodwallers with all our haste, but were politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. As later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, but is handled by individuals who are capable of trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance, and who fits that description save adventurers. Secrecy being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All I need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Albrecht will receive you upon arrival. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, okay, we're going to Cortes. It's the eye of the dragon, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to jump for all heaven. Hope chat is okay. We are making good time. It is more than likely that we will be resuming the plot next week. Oh, you must be the adventurer whom Yom sent. I am Sir Albrecht Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The Eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen, and we are reasonably the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Estenian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Ah, you heard true. A crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honour. You must be assured that a fate worse than death awaits upon his recapture. My duties to the Holy See afford me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gridania affairs. I was told that by a century of the naval Logandrel, I might have a knowledge of routes often taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I prefer to keep my identity a secret, and thus would you gather what information you can from the man? We must act quickly, for you see, Estenian is... Well, I've already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the Eye with all haste. When last sight, Estenian was clad in black armour. Now go and seek not a word of what I have told you to anyone. How's favored by Guardian fugitives? That's a question I hear every day. You ain't plotting anything, some unsavory act yourself, are you? If you were, I doubt you would make it far. Hey, Rhodes, we've caught a few fleeing to the Northveld. Oh, Gridania being home to nearly as many elves as Ishgard is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could go do worse to visit the Frontel Spire in Northveld to speak with the man is Idristian. If any suspicious persons have crossed their border in recent days, he'd be the first to know. Seriously, Sam. T-Rex. Well, there's such a mystery, CJ. What is okay? Hail, Avenger. Yes, I'm the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Corthus. Ashgardian, Nightclad, and Black Alma. No, I recall nothing of the sort. Such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, friend. I cannot only suggest you return to Logandale and see if he has any other theories. Okay, it's the acronym for Oklahoma. Huh. Well, I guess that makes sense. So I guess the people of Oklahoma are certainly the people who are okay. No luck, you say? I was curious. Well, is it not impossible for a fugitive to make it this far without being inspired from the Frontal Spire? There's always the possibility your man is still in Ishgard. Runs counted with good sense. Would the fugitive not want to put distance ground between him and his pursuers? But by the process of deduction, it is a possibility. The clouds of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. That said, there has been talk of curious smoke wafting from a cave east of here. A night where are you? I might begin my search there. The Ishgard resort is setting a coincide of adventures after me. I know not what to laugh or cry. The eye arouses for another. Preposterous. Our paths shall cross again. You can be sure of it. Again. Did you get brainwashed again? Bum 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 ba-dum. A dragoon clad in black, you say? Tell me all that transpired. A dragoon by the fury. The eye would choose another. I not thought it possible. In light of recent events, it would seem an explanation is in order. The eye is no ordinary relic. It harbors the powers of the dragon, which it bestows upon a single chosen soul, the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed by the power to fight our mortal foes. The dragons of Dravania on equal footing, soaring in the firmament as if they were an extension of the land. That man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragoon is the light of hope for all the Guardians, and the power god of all dragoons. Where there's reason, You may imagine how it pains me to have to confess that the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Estenian's misdeeds, and mean to do all in my power to find and recover the eye. But I cannot do this alone. I require your help, Elena. You who oversee the power of the dragon. You may labor to believe it, but could be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence. Irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is the why of it. Never before in Ishgard, long history has the eye roused more than one individual in a single generation. But it avails us not to cudgel our brains about it. The fact of the matter is that you are now a vessel for the power of the dragon. The dragon lies yet in slumber, however, and you must needs possess the means to wake it. The soul of the dragoon, I would entrust you with mine, Velina. Like Estenian, I once ruled the skies of the Azure Dragoon. Though that power has since become lost to me, I was simply, by force of habit, I have hitherto kept the soul upon my person. Guys, don't look now, but Estenian just turned up. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seemed fit to choose a second and an outsider at that. Yet what is clear, none can challenge the Azure Dragoon, and can easily prevail save another Azure Dragoon. You are the one hope of bringing Estenian to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. I may be a Dragoon no more, but what knowledge I have, I shall gladly impart to you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, not less than complete mastery of the powers of the dragon will avail you. That perilous road lies ahead of you, I shall not deny. Knowing this, if you could still lend me your lance, I will teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. Give me. We've learned to jump. Okay, it's always pretty mushed. Or he's trying to beat Big Show for sheer numbers of facial turns. It is pleasing to see how you readily the dragon stirs within you. You show great potential, Lena. A potential that may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Estenian is no ordinary dragoon. Even when he's set against the legendary Azuras of age is past, the man is considered second to none. Such as his prowess, in fact, that the day was chosen by the Eye, was proclaimed that Hound's wrath, the dragon's eye has been reborn. I mean not to disparage for your skill, Melina, but to pursue Estenian in your current state would be tantamount to suicide. As promised, I shall train you in the ways of Dragoon, though you must face Estenian as an equal. Before we commence, however, it is only fitting that you are edified regardless of our origins. It all began in a millennium past when our forebears resided in southern plains in humble circumstances. I have no other explanation as to why Kane does anything he does in FF4, other than either powerful charm or he's trying to be Big Show. The fury pours upon your spirit of the ancestors decided it was meant that she must make them her own. So did she appear before Hadra's sire, a man of courage and integrity named Thoradin. I bade him lead her people to the promised land, to what would become the great nation of Ishgard. Hey, Magtai, I'm alright. How be you? The journey brought them to a wide chasm, whereupon Thoradin and his people began to build a bridge. It was then that a dark shadow descended upon them. The great worm Needhog. Heedless of his own safety, Thoradin fearlessly charged at the colossal beast. Alas, he was pushed into the chasm by his own a man seduced by the worm and fell to his death. Taking up a slain sire's lance, Hauser hurled himself to Nidhogg, even as tears streamed down his face. The confrontation ended with the young man, his hands guided by Halon, landed a mighty thrust that prized out Nidhogg's eye. With a terrible roar of pain, the great worm took wing and fled while jubilation reigned below. This scorched priceless relic is none other than the eye that was taken from Nidhogg that day. It is a veritable wellspring of dragon power, even so removed from its owner. It can exert control over the hearts of men. Howdreth felt his malign influence, but his love of justice broke no corruption, and he prevailed over the power, claiming it for his own. And so it was that the first Azure Dragoon was born. Being derived from our foe, the power of the dragon is a thing to be loathed. But as Howdreth proved to be to us all, so long as our hearts burn with justice, we feel not fear being taken in his thrall. But what is justice precisely? Justice assumes many shapes and forms, Relena, and none can say that one is greater than the other. So long as you hold fast to your beliefs and stay true to yourself, you leave no room for the power of the dragon to master you. But enough of our history. Let us return our attention to the present. A knight by the name of Sir Brusamon will see to your next stage of your training. Seek him out a wish drop. Very good, play some games and last day of a week off. Nice! Today is my second last day off. Tomorrow's my last day off work, and then I return on Thursday. Only to be off on Friday because of Easter. That was not planned. It really wasn't. I thought I wasn't allowed to book Friday off because the original plan was to book the entire week off. But then I saw Friday wasn't available, so I assumed Friday was taken up by too many people trying to book the day off. I know that was a bank holiday. So I decided to come back on the Thursday so that I would be able to help out with all the people apparently being off. Anyway. Well, you'll find out Friday, Maktai. So the adventurer seeks to become a dragoon. Sir Albrecht speaks of legends and chooses one. But I would see you prove yourself in a more practical fashion. With your lance. Defend yourself. Okay. I approve of myself. You have some skill, I'll give you that. I'll glow your soul crystal. Perhaps Sir Albrecht was not wrong about you, after all. Now return to him. Your training here is complete. I jumped and I proved myself worthy. I mean, we are talking about a level gap of 45. So the dragon grows ever stronger with you, Relena. Clearly your trial was a rousing success. I need only observe your crystal to know as much. Yes, though you only have just begun to walk the path of the dragoon. It is clear that you possess the latent talent to become a Stenia's equal. Go forth and make the power you have attained your own. When the time is right, we shall proceed with your training. Aladdin? No. Oh, is that the katana? I think it is. No, it is not. Let me take a look at that. Oh. Anyway. You grow stronger, and I speak of more than just your flesh. Ah, you are slowly but surely realizing your potential as your dragoon. It's hard to look upon, though I must confess that my preceding feeling is one of relief. You must understand the mere thought that the eye would choose an outsider, one who ill comprehends the threat posed by the dragons, filled me with the greatest misgivings. Yet you have. Ah, but I shall say no more, lest flattery impede your improvements. Now, during our last lesson, I enlightened you regarding the origins of dragoons. You recall how Haldrith heroically triumphed over the great worm Needhog, and Ishgard came into possession of the Eye. Tell me, Relina, do you not believe that these events truly inspired? Or are you inclined to think of them as fairy tales? I ask you this because few folk have seen dragons in the flesh besides we Ishgardians, and most would as soon dismiss them as products of the imagination. The last dragons are no less real than you and I, but Needhog perhaps the most real of all. In the course of its history, Ishgard has suffered the creature's wrath on 8 separate occasions. Each time, the great worm rouses the blood of countless Ishgardians it spilled. This revisits the past once more, Lena. This time is 20 summers past, and the place, Dravinia. After a century of slumber, Needhog awakens once more to resume his reign of terror. Entire villages were razed to the ground around their inhabitants, reducing it to smouldering ash. Sensing the great worm's unbridled rage, others of his kind began to rouse and in such numbers as to blot out the sun with their wings. A deep foreboding darkness swept over Ishgard. Raging infernos painted the belly of the sky an angry red. The agonized screams of the innocents fading into deathly silence. In my station as the Azure Dragoon, I was there through it all, bore witness to all horrors. But there was no time to offer even a silent prayer. Needhog lingered in one place only long enough to lay it to waste. And when he took wing, so too did I pursue him. A man possessed. This game of cat and mouse continued for what seemed an eternity before I found myself face to face with the great worm. The battle unfolded in tiny segments on the edge of Corthus, raging on for 3 days and 3 nights, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. Remaining on my feet by sheer force of will, I realized that it must end now. Else it shouldn't end well. Marshalling my last ounce of strength, I waged all on a single thrust. My lance struck home, burrowing deep in the ruin of my opponent's empty eye socket. Yet before I could withdraw my weapon, the worm lashed out wildly in its agony, dealing a blow that left me sprawled upon the scorched earth nigh in that instant. I thought myself surely doomed. But alone was not finished with me. Having long let the taste for battle, Needhog let loose a blood-curdling roar before fleeing to the sky. The battle was over. While I did not perish from my injuries, they rendered my body unfit to bear the power of the dragon, and I was the Azure Dragoon no more. Lying bedridden, my thoughts wandered to all the ancient lives that had been lost, the people I failed to protect. That last conflict of the dragons of Dravinia left countless orphans in its wake. Estenian's one of them. The sole survivor of Ferndale, the final village to suffer Needhog's wrath. With none left to care for him, I did the only thing I could. I took Estenian as mine own son, instructed him in the ways of the dragoon, which he was able to learn. Yet I would not have you think me noble. My actions were born not of compassion, but of guilt. my guilt at failing him. But alas, I have also failed as a father. For what manner of man did I bring him up to be? A thief who would endanger the life of every one of his countrymen. Ah, you heard me right. All of Ishgard may suffer for this first crime. But we know little less and less of the minds of dragons. It is conceivable that the disturbance around us is still nigh. Will rouse Nidhogg to awaken once more. That his kin have already stirred from their slumber serves as fair warning of that. Time is not on our side. Fortunately, it would seem you are more than ready to embark on your next trial. Make your way to Witchdrop, where the Knight Itsuni awaits your arrival. My nation is depending upon you, Relena. Yeah, this is a lot of important information before we get to Heavensward. I'm actually glad I'm doing this. I mean, Heavensward has nothing to do with Ishgard. Nothing at all. There we go. You're the one who would aspire to be Azure Dragoon. Why, you are not even of Ishgard. If you truly possess the power to set Sarlacc seals in you, then prove it to me with your lance. And God! How about now? That strength! I've not seen his like since Estenian himself stood before me. Mayhap Sarah Ulbrich has the right of it, after all. Return and show your crystal to him. I have no doubt he will be pleased. Uppity, 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 uppity. Do-dee-doo-doo-dee-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You have passed yet another trial with flying colours, Relena. A day when you may stand before Estenians and equals not far off. Nah, it's probably within half an hour. But when that day comes, the eye will choose you over the traitor. I have no doubt of this. But you must be patient still. For now, you must continue your training. When you can do no more on your own, seek me out once more. Impeccable timing, Relena. A message arrived from Estenian but moments ago. Much to my astonishment, he betrayed words with us. He bids us to meet him at Boulder Downs. As to his true intentions, I cannot say. He may well be a tramp, but we must go nonetheless. I trust I can count upon your company. Greetings, Master. It's been too long. Estenian, end this folly at once! You must know that each second the eye passes outside Ishgar's walls brings us closer to a repeat of the tragedy of 20 summers past. Surrender yourself in the eye and return with me to Ishgar before it's too late. Ah, but it's already too late, Master. For you see, Nidhogg is already awakened. What? Hear me, Master. You are mistaken by the cause of the dragon's return. The eye is not to blame. A premonition came to me by virtue of the dragon within, warning me that the great worm would rouse soon. Even as he slumbered, Nidhogg gathered seed with their spectral rancor for the wound of 20 years ago. The rancor will send out a flying speed of arrow to Ishgard, whereupon death. But there is a possible solution. Were the eye taken to a remote land, far from the Holy See, then, and only then, could the destruction be averted and the lives of innocent guardians protected. You mean to make a bait of yourself? Nay, there is more to this than you let on. You speak vengeance, don't you, Estenian? To me, the two are one and the same. You know my past better than any else. It was for no other reason than to avenge my family that I became a dragoon. Dragons long outlive men and do not soon forget the wrongs done to them. What grudge they harbour as fire in their hearts over time spilling into an unquenchable inferno. You need only look upon our back in history to know that he got grown stronger with each awakening. When he last darkened our skies, the great worm came within a hair's breadth of laying waste to Ishgard. Nothing, not short of death, will prevent him from completing his mission when he next wakes. Nidhogg took everything from me. Now I shall take everything from him. The eye works in ways men can ill comprehend, but this much is plain. In choosing two Azure Dragoons in one generation, it means for us to join together in common cause. Adventurer, you have heard my resolution. Now I ask you to lend me your power eye, the power of the dragon. In the long and proud history of Ishgard, never before have two Azure Dragoons arisen in the same era to fight as one. This is our best, nay, our only chance to send the great worm. Behold my armor. This is dragon mail, forged in the lifeblood of dragons. As blood calls to the blood, so too does the blood armor call to the dragon within, redoubling the wearer's strength nearby. If you would thereby realize your potential as an Azure Dragoon, you must clad yourself as well. Clad so, you'll inherit the techniques passed from Azure Dragoon to Azure Dragoon, down through generations. Then, and only then, will your training be complete. But first, you must win the Draken Mail, as I and Sir Albrecht did before you, by proving yourself worthy in the ultimate trial of the Azure. A series of battles so harrowing to send the unworthy to an early demise. Master, once the adventurer acquires the aura, pray see to it that she learns to harness the power of the dragon full. Estenian, wait! Save your words. I do not mean to make myself easy prey for you dragons. I take my leave of you. He's a little edgy. What is up with my text speed? That is going way too fast for me to do anything. Alright, well, back to him. Balloons! Estenian. Forgive me, I was deep in thought. Now then, as to acquiring the armor of which Estenian spoke. At first it was my intention to bequeath my own armor to you. I'm an Azure Dragoon no longer, and his powers are wasted on me. But it was simple enough to hand it over to you and complete your training here and now. But it is as Estenian said. The dragon armor is no ordinary set of mail. The strength derives from the blood of dragon blood, whence it came. The blood's power resonating with the soul of the wearer. Though I can no longer draw upon mine own armor's power, it is bound to me, was forged years ago. Were I to bestow upon you now, I fear it would offer but a scintilla of the protection offered me in those bygone days. Aye, Estenian has the right of it. You must claim your armor as he and I did before you. You must complete the trials of the Azure. The powers of the dragon blood of yours are yours alone. The ogre's belly will be where your final test begins. I shall dispatch Sir Brusamon there. Seek him out upon your arrival. The wonderful thing about the Dragoon plotline is it happens all on the same map. Except briefly where we dipped into North Shroud. Don't actually know if I have the energy to do another class right tonight. Oh, I passed him. What's him on? You grow strong since our last met, adventurer, but you pale in comparison with these your roar bears. If you prove me wrong, let your lance do the talking. Once again, adventurer, you proved yourself worthy beyond my expectations. Take this, but know your trials only just begun. Your next challenge lies in the chamber beyond. Sir Hishavon awaits you there. You, a foreigner with don the dragon armor, then prove to us that you will not do it dishonor. Sir Albrecht said that I had chosen you. And it appears he speaks true. The armor is yours. We are pride and honor. The trial is nigh complete, but be forewarned. And even before you have made it this far, only to fail the final challenge. Do not let overcome this be your downfall. So you made it this far. Very well. Prove yourself worthy of the sure or die in the effort. You have just demonstrated your powers to me beyond a doubt. Aye, there is not an ex-guardian who would gainsay your right to don the armor of dragons. I shall send word to Albrecht that you have passed your trials here. It is he who will present you with the fourth piece of the armor and consummate your training. Go now, my fellow dragoon, and deliver this land from the great worm's wrath. We'll admit though, these have been hilarious. Go! Prove yourself you're worthy. Badoing! Oh. You have done so. Well, prove yourself against us. Badoing! Fear my Badoing. It is a mighty Badoing. As we go Badoing. Just summon Sonic Springs underneath our feet. I hear from Sir Bursamon that you have performed most impressively. Yes, I stand most convinced than ever that you will be the one to save our land. Yeah, be warned, Relina. One last trial awaits you. You will face this trial in the presence of not knights, but of ghosts. Make your way towards the Steel Vigil, and seek out a gravestone northwest of the structure. Take with you this flute, and when you reach your destination, blow a single strong note. A visitor shall soon arrive. Entertain your guest, and should he leave behind a present, return it here to me. Oh, there's this guard. If anyone was wondering about it. This is such a pretty landscape. I'll be the chat. Yeah, we definitely don't have not enough time for another one of these. I feel like I was able to do 2 last week, so this is kind of last time, so that's kind of surprising. I know, I just did White Mage. Yay for being well! Your presence before me indicates you have seen to the visitor. Have you all to show for your deeds? Ah, the skull of great wine, old warrior of the Draven Horde. It said in ages past you could bring down a castle with a single breath. His strength has dwindled since those days. But his dragon's past his prime is a formidable foe nonetheless. In slaying him, you are proving yourself worthy of this. Ooh! Mashed potatoes! You now possess 4 pieces of the armor that Stenian, myself, and our forebears did wear. While you doubtless wonder about the 5th, I can tell you only that it is not mine to give. Fear not, however. Your triumph in the trials and against the dragon of the Horde give evidence of that dragon blood now resonates within you. Yes, you stand before me as prepared of your ultimate challenge as you could be. And yet, before we proceed, I would hear it from your own lips. The Great Worm's power is the stuff of legends. Have you surely resolved to fight this battle? To risk your own life? To deliver a foreign land from the clutches of its ancient foe? When you are certain that your mind is settled, return and speak to me. So you would join your strength as Stenians. That his guard might be free from rage of the Great Ones forever? Then I shall honor my promise. You shall have full use of your powers by the time we are done. Before we begin, there's something I must needs confess. You will recall the tale of my battle with Nidhogg 20 years past, and how the power of the dragon left me on account of the injuries I sustained. What I said was an untruth. The power did not abandon me, Relina. It was I who abandoned it. Being derived from our mortal enemies, the power of Azure Dragoon is a double-edged sword. Even as a lens of strength, we need to smite the dragons. It heightens our communication with the creatures, rendering our minds more susceptible to their seduction than ordinary men. Even as I buried my lance in Nidhogg's flesh, our gazes locked and mine eyes met with the look that would fair impale a man. In that instant, I found myself assailed by a torment of emotions not mine own. Sorrow, rancor, pity. They threatened to drown the man in me and leave me behind a dragon. Fear that I might turn traitor, I chose to purge myself of that power that I had bestowed upon me. Thus regaining lucidity, I was able to rout the grievously wounded Nidhogg. Alas, countless of his brethren yet remained, as if to mock me. They fell upon Ferndale with a vengeance. Bereft of my power, it was all I could do to save my but one child. Nary a soul knows this. Nay, not even a Stenian. But I can keep him in the dark no longer. Our last meeting, Stenian said that protecting his guard is exacting revenge upon Nidhogg or one to him. Now frame of mind of fear may lead to his demise. The desire to protect and desire to avenge are opposing forces that can ill be reconciled. Worse, the latter serves only to cloud his sense of self. When next Stenian and I meet, I intend to confess all, though it may the loss of his good opinion, the outcome of the upcoming battle in this very life, it will depend upon his readiness to relinquish his powers. Never allow yourself to forget the origin of your strength. Ever does the dragon lurk behind your eyes, biding his time, ready to claim you for his own. All less than complete conviction, and you will find yourself in vice-like clutches. So forewarned, let us return to our present endeavour. My promise of staying was that I would impart unto you the technique that will mark you as a true Azure Dragoon. If you know the truth, however, this knowledge is not within my powers to bestow. Now you must claim the technique much as you claim the fourth piece of the armour you bear, by putting yourself in the battle with the dragons whose power you would unite with your own. I entrust with you this flute once more. Take it to the southwest of Providence Point and blow a single note. By locking wills with your adversary and prevailing, you will prove yourself worthy to champion the cause to which your lance is sworn. The dragon within you shall then awaken. Oof. I'm sorry about my narration tonight, guys. That's proving clunky for me to read, not gonna lie. Dyslexia is strong tonight, I think. It is the dragon's eye that's awakening before us all. God, it is so silly I could just do that. It is good to see you safely returned. I take it from your bearing that the engagement went favorably. Horn. You left this place as a woman, Elena, but you return as a dragon. There is no more for me to teach you. From here, your battle is yours and yours alone. Now, you might recall me saying that the fifth and final piece of the dragon armor was not mine to give. However, that is not wholly true. I could guide you in the direction of that which you seek. That said, I have yet have reservations. The sheer power of the dragon housed within it is such a great many of your forebears, myself among them, have proven hopelessly incapable of wielding it. But I do not doubt what I see. I, within you, has awakened the strength that forever eluded the likes of me. It is not that you are not worthy of wearing that armor. Then I know it is. Remember a warning to you, Relena, and heed it well. Needhog is a lord among his kind. All less than complete conviction, and you shall surely heed Fontane's thrall. Before you can muster your foe, you must needs master yourself. Hone your lance tower until you can bear no further honing, and then present yourself to me. When the time. I look forward to our next meeting, my young dragoon. Quest is complete now. Ah, Velina. An urgent message arrived from Esteni in your absence. They bid you come at him at once in Steel Vigil. I see Needhog is on the move, and rather sooner than we anticipated. It appears he has not yet fully become master of the dragon within you, and yet we are racing against time. I fear we have no choice but to do battle to the best of your current abilities, without the Draken Mail I promised. Now let us away. The same must know the truth of Ferndale, lest he fall upon the great worm's seduction. Yeah, guys, I might be calling stream after we finish this part as opposed to doing the other plot lines. Instead, what I might do I'll check that when we get out of this. What I might do is intermix them when we're actually doing Heaven's Word. Which, granted, doesn't make a lot of sense plot-wise, but as opposed to just doing them all as a big lump now. Because I do kind of want to resume the plot. But, you know. Alberic, I've waited long for this day. You, who fancy yourself an Azure Dragoon, the man whose cause you have taken for your own as a coward, he relinquished the power of the dragon of his own volition and watched this Ferndale burned. Do you not think it ironic that I was chosen as your Dragoon? I, an orphan who has not of value to protect Ishgard? I suppose I must give thanks, for it was the eye that revealed to me the truth. A truth so damning as to undo a lifetime I trust. I loved you as a father, but I can ill forgive you for Ferndale. As I understand it, you've kept even the Archbishop in the dark regarding the missing eye. Do you mean to take your shame to your grave? But I waste my breath. Prepare yourself, old man, for I shall waste all the things that you hold dear. Once I'm finished with you, I shall do what no Azure Dragoon has succeeded in doing. I shall claim Nidog's head. Calm yourself, Estenian. Your rage renders you vulnerable to the dragon's influence. Relina. If you, I thought I had found kindred, someone besides whom I could fight. It is with a heavy heart that I relinquish that dream. Your affection to this coward has rendered you deaf to your own destiny. Very well. That we would one day cross lances was inevitable from the moment of our first meeting. As we shall now find out who is the eyes truly chosen, there can be only one. It has begun! It has ended! Feeble creatures, dost thou desire power? Look at thine anger and to thy hatred. It is there thou shalt find it. Almighty Needhog, Lord of Dragons. Grant unto me thy blood, that I might be granted the claws and fangs wherein to render thine enemies. Relina, this is impossible, it can't be. Forgive me, Estanian. I failed you once again. I am fine, Elena. Somewhat shaken, but otherwise whole of body. Suffice to say, I have much to reflect upon. Let's return to the observatorium. I love the you saying it has begun popped up exactly when I was finishing the fight. That's just a chef's kiss. Bum bum ba dum, ba da dum bum ba dum. Wherein the being of darkness closed upon us, you can appear to me in the splitting image of Hudlith, the dragon's eye. Just as he I thought mayhap the years had taken this toll on my mind. But behold, the soul of the dragon shines as it never did in all those years I bore it. It would seem you have achieved that which was thought impossible. You have awakened to the ability that none but the first Azure Dragoon possessed. Truly, a momentous achievement. I can still scarce believe that you were able to summon that self-same Draken mail worn by Haldreth. To think it has been sealed away all this time. I have borne witness to many and more wonders over the years. Yet none compares to you, my young Dragoon. Could it be that you are... Mark not my muttering. I am certain that was your indomitable sense of justice that resonated with the spirit of the first Azure Dragoon, prompting him to bestow the armor upon you. Yes, that is doubtless what happened. As the being of darkness faded, so did Nidhogg's aura subside. And now his kind have ceased their stirring. Whether this was compelled by your awakening, I cannot say. I suspect we'll learn soon, eventually. Estanian, my dear boy, whatever becomes of him, will he ever be a son to me? I pray that he is somewhere out there still, and not that he is fully forgotten who the great man he once was. When the darkness brushed against me, that self-same torrent of emotion swept over me as those I expected 20 summers past. But that was someone else's besides. There was a voice, and I lamented the rift that divides dragons and men. You will come to comprehend that I speak in through time. Till then, Melina, I pray that you will ever serve your newfound strength in the name of justice. Quest complete. And that is the Realm Reborn Dragoon storyline. Alright, so what I'm thinking is when we get to here, I will do more of the class quests I said I will be doing. If only because I do want to get to over this bit going. Is the chat okay with that, or does the current chat want more class quests? Because I would love to do Ninja as well, but It has been 2 streams now without it, and I'm getting restless. I need more story. But I'm also going to be calling it early tonight. I am exhausted. Alright, Darth. Yeah, I could do that, Darth. But yeah, that's going to do it for stream tonight, guys. And that is incredible timing. Wait, no, it's not. It's not for another hour. Well, that's anticlimactic. But I guess I know where I'll send you guys, though. I'm going to send you guys over to Mecca. Tomorrow, Moonstable. We'll continue. Where we will be dealing with the aftermath of the ninjas. And stream should return to Monday next week. But yeah, I'm going to bid you all adieu. Until next time, I hope you have a great week. Cheery bye. Oh, cheery, cheery. Cheery bye.